Avengers 2000 would be somewhat similar to the Ultimates, which granted wouldn't come out for another 2 years, but it would have elements of it. The main character of the movie would be Captain America, played by Ben Affleck, with the other members of the Avengers being Iron Man, played by Tom Cruise, Black Widow, played by Angelina Jolie, Hawkeye, played by James Marsden, Thor, played by Brad Pitt, and Falcon, played by Will Smith. Their leader being Nick Fury, played by Samuel L. Jackson. The main villain of this movie would be Loki, played by Jim Carrey. And it also take place after Cap gets thawed out of the ice, so it's kind of also got some elements of Ultimate Avengers, which once again wouldn't be out for quite a few years, but just don't think about it too much. This would be the first Avengers movie from Fox. Luke Cage in 2003 would pretty much be a more condensed version of Luke Cage Season 1, basically telling his origin story. The main villain would be Cottonmouth, with Diamondback as a secondary antagonist, and Jessica Jones would also be featured, since Elektra was featured in Daredevil and would later go on to get her own solo film. The same year, we would also get Avengers Assemble, which would be a sequel to Avengers 2000. The main villains of this movie would be the Masters of Evil, comprised of Baron Zemo, Crimson Dynamo, Ulysses Claw, Enchantress and Executioner, and Taskmaster. Black Panther would also be added to the Avengers team. Guardians of the Galaxy in 2005 would be very similar to the actual Guardians of the Galaxy movie, with the only difference being that obviously the cast. Most notably, Chris Evans as Star-Lord, Michael Chiklis as Drax, and Jessica Alba as Gamora. I know I don't show that on the poster, but honestly, I just didn't really feel like editing her face on the Gamora. Yeah, I'm kind of lazy. That same year, we would get Jessica Jones, which would be a spin-off to Luke Cage 2003 and would suck. Yeah, that's basically it. In 2006, we would get the finale to the original Avengers trilogy with Avengers Endgame. The plot of Avengers Endgame would see Damien Poitier as Thanos, joined by Nebula, played by Zoe Saldana, who, like in the comics, is just a blue one, not a robot, and around the Accuser, played by Lee Pace, coming to Earth to obtain the Power Stone. He has all the other Infinity Stones, and this is his final one to complete the set. He first kills Hawkeye due to scheduling conflicts with James Marsden and Superman Returns, and later on kills Nick Fury and gets the Power Stone back. The Avengers, now joined by Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel, and James Rhodes as War Machine, played by Terrence Howard, have to stop Thanos. Thanos succeeds in wiping out half of all life. However, Tony manages to steal the Infinity Stones and use them to both kill Thanos and bring everyone back. However, he's ultimately killed during this process because the power is just too much for his human body to handle. However, it's not that big of a deal since less focus was put on him in these movies, rather on Cap. So, yeah.